crypto investing, bell notification, comment down below, like the channel, and share to get that truth and education you need and come to expect, need, and deserve in the XRP, the Bitcoin, the Dogecoin, and all the rest of the cryptocurrencies from a trusted gold standard and coin predicting and updates here with a like, a share, a comment down below, and a super chat if you would appreciate and like and support the channel to keep these daily cryptocurrency and XRP videos coming without all the hype and without all the fleecing and shysting that's going on around here. And the Bitcoin price, to all my lovely, beautiful audience, we did hit that milestone. If we go into the full screen so you guys can see this better, we did top that ever talked about and elusive $100,000 mark. And we did peak out there yesterday. If we zoom on in here, and we move this, if it'll let me move it. Move it. Hold on now. Must be locked. Unlock. We peaked out at $103,681. And then, of course, it did have a quick reversal, but it did liquidate nearly $200 million in the margin calls on that alone. So that is something that we were watching out to see if those would get liquidated. And oftentimes after you liquidate them on the shorts or the longs, you then reverse because then everybody goes in heavy on the long on the margin and then they get liquidated on the short. So in the short term with the Bitcoin price, we'll see if this reversal continues after breaking that $100,000 mark. And our first underneath support would be 89,000 and change, followed by the 50-day moving average in red with our industry exclusive, often intimidated, world made famous by old Vincenzo pointer tool, right? Or arrow tool. We call it the pointer tool. It's not that blame ass line tool. But you can see that's your first underneath support. Your second underneath support is the 50-day. Your third underneath support is the 100-day moving average in blue, or the line from our former consolidation back down here at about $74,719.86. And that would be my first underneath support. If we chuck along here to XLM, I've been short-term bearish on this after we had a phenomenal rally. We'll let the chart load up. We had a phenomenal rally here. Oh, you know what? I might be on the wrong one. Let's see. But we had a phenomenal rally of nearly a 7x return. Yeah, I am on the wrong one. Nearly a 7x return in XLM from its bottom. And I've been short-term bearish, as you all know. Long-term bullish, short-term bearish after with our industry exclusive measuring tool from our local low from when President Trump won till the top. It made a 612% run just from November the 7th on. So almost a 7x return in just over a month's time frame. So we've been short-term bearish because of a few indicators. You notice if we zoom back out into the daily time frame, you'll notice we have this big spike in volume, and we need to zoom in on here down here, and then we'll go to the price. We have this big spike in volume with the grayscale filing that just so happened to come out Friday evening on a thinly traded weekend, and then the price spiked up 100+% or 1x in 24 hours. And now notice since then, over the last 3 weeks, the volume has noticeably come down as the price continued to go up and sideways, and now it's consolidating. And I still am short-term bearish, as I think we're going to start to hit some of these underneath targets. If we go into the 4-hour time frame, you can see this a little bit clearer. You can see we spiked up to a regional high or a 4-year high of 63 cents. And now we're approaching that 43 cents again. And that 43 cents would meet a short-term double bottom from here back on the 24th of November. And then over here on the 27th of November. And then we had a nice rally, but didn't breach the regional high. Led me to believe with the falling volume, you can even see it in the 4-hourly, this steadily falling volume and more sell volume, more red candles than green candles, green buys, red sell. So the 43 cents is a major short-term support. But if we come and touch this again, I feel we're going to break this and come down to the 200-day moving average in the 4-hour time frame at 32 cents to 33 cents. It's uptrending because we've already hit this twice. And on a third time, you might have a quick bounce, but I believe you're going to fall through that. And then that one might even bring the 24 cents into play, which the 24 cents would be this old first run up from 8.5, 7 cents all the way up to the first spike of about 14 to 15 cents would be a major underneath support. Is it going to come down there? Who knows? I don't know. Nobody knows. Only the coin gods know this, old Vincenzo says. But I would say a 32 cents in the short term, maybe even 24 cents. I would put a 65 to 70% chance of hitting the 32 cents and about a 50% chance of it actually even coming all the way down to 24. And from the regional top, that would be from the regional top, that would be a 30, or that would be a 44 to 61.69% flush, or profit taking / liquidations on people on margin, which is still very, very healthy, and the bull run would still be intact. The bull run wouldn't be in jeopardy until you got below 24 cents and confirmed below it. But if you touch the 32 or the 24, that is still a healthy correction in the coins. The same thing with the XRP. We became a little short-term bearish after we had a 7x return, just like XLM, over the past. It did it on about a 14-day period, and we hit our 6-year high of $2.91, and we reversed quite quickly from that high. And right now we're down at a local double bottom about the $2.20 to 22 cents, or the 50-day moving average in red in the 4-hourly. And the next major underneath support is $1.98, and we could even come as far down as the $1.66 on a nice correction or a sell-off and profit taking, but that is very healthy in a bull market. And I wouldn't be too concerned till you got to the $1.26 and busted below that and confirmed the breakdown. That would be coming more short to medium term bearish. But if you hit the $1.98 or $1.67, I would still be bullish. But right now I am short-term bearish, just like I was on XLM the past couple of weeks that I've been warning you about. And we are short-term bearish on XRP too, but I am still bullish in the short term on AMP. And you can see we've only run up from our regional low on AMP about, I guess it did go up 3x, but I still think this is loading up. As the one thing different with AMP, if you look at the daily time frame and zoom in, you can see the volume has steadily been increasing still during this run. You notice that? The volume's trending up. So if the volume continues to trend up, I'm still going to be short-term bullish in AMP. And I still think in the next couple of weeks to a month or so, we're going to hit that 2.5 cents to potentially 5 cents, which would be a 10 to 15x return from where I bought this coin. So we're going to continue to watch this. If we look at DGB, somebody asked me about, so we're going to go look at this really quick. DGB, I know, has had a nice pump too. I don't believe it's been as powerful as some of these other ones, but DGB, if we zoom out into the weekly time frame, we put the VP volume indicator onto this bad boy. And this chart that I got only goes back a few years. You can see we're meeting right where we were if we put in this horizontal line right here, where there's been some major support and resistance there at about, with our beautiful price note. If we get this on here, you can see we've hit sort of a local double top at about 2 3/4 cents, or 2 1/4 cents, 2.3 cents. And you can see if we look at the volume indicator, you notice where it's hitting it at is right at this last candle with any kind of volume, because then you have this range right here where if you did bust through that, you have a nice area all the way up to about this candle, the next major area of resistance at about 4 cents, where you would spike from where you're at now all the way to about that 4.5 cents very quickly. And then we're just going to clone this with that clone button. We'll put that up. You'd be able to spike very, very quickly through there if you were able to breach this major resistance zone from back in the springtime and the volume indicator, and you'd be able to spike another 1x or 100, 110%. But what we're looking at now, if we zoom in to the daily time frame, if you get rejected off of this on the way down, you would look to hold these moving averages that have trended bullish in the moving averages. You'd want to hold that in the daily time frame to continue bullish. If you broke down and got below these moving averages, you would turn short-term bearish, right? But as long as on a correction you stay above these moving averages in the daily time frame right there, you would remain bullish, and then you could reload and reconsolidate to try to bust through this 2.5 cents. And then if we go into one more coin that I've been bullish on, as you know, that I bought and I've been talking about since about the $79 mark, I think we are going up to $216. It is up 2% today. The volume is still rising, but after this mini local spike rate here, we have trended down the last 2 days in volume. So that is something that I'm paying attention to. But as long as we can stay above this $96, I will remain short-term bullish all the way up to $216. And that's what I'm looking at right now. Sorry for this late update. Getting ready to watch the Detroit Lions take on the Green Bay Cheeseheads. Like, subscribe, super chat, share this channel, comment down below. Peace and love to my beautiful audience.